Hey, welcome back. I was looking at Reddit more about the George Floyd thing. I didn't really realize, like, cops never get convicted. It is a big deal. I mean, I did kind of say that yesterday, but they were talking about, like, Rodney King, and then there was this kid a couple years ago. Like, they never get convicted for this kind of thing, so I didn't realize that. So it is a big deal. I didn't say it wasn't a big deal, but it's a bigger deal than I realized, I guess. I guess when I first heard the news about, like, this trial, I was like, oh, okay. I didn't really think it was that big of a deal. But I understand why. And maybe you can even, like, count on one hand how many times it's happened in the country. Like, it surprised me when they said in Minnesota it's never happened. I wonder why that is, because it's the jury always decides. I guess it's just the video helped a lot. How could that jury, how could they be impartial? Like, how could you ever have an impartial jury in that case? I don't know. They all knew about it before they went in. All the news and everything. I'm sure the prosecutor, or like the defendant, was like, you gotta forget about everything you saw in the news. But how can you forget about everything? How are you supposed to get someone impartial? You gotta find them under a rock and be like, oh, I never heard about George Floyd. And there was one small thing Biden said that I didn't like, and I was like, okay, I want to mention when he says something I don't like, because I don't know. I feel like I should. I didn't like that he said today, before the case was decided, like, I hope the jury makes the right decision or something. That doesn't seem like the right thing to say. Maybe it might have been okay if he was not guilty and then Biden afterwards was like, oh, that wasn't the right decision. But to say it before, I don't know, I just didn't like it. I thought it was bad. It seemed like something Trump would do. Like he would have tweeted, this guy's not guilty. So glad he's not on Twitter anymore. Don't you just feel so much better that he's not tweeting and, like, you don't read in the news about Trump's stupid tweets? I feel better about it. He definitely would have had something to say about the trial, right? Uh-oh. Oh, I just have to... Oh, no. And it would have been stupid, so... did I save? I hope so. Because it looks like I'm gonna die. Oh, no. Ah! What is that? Give me that. Give me that. Oh, go, 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 go. Can't hit me from here. Ah. Is he dead? Oh no. Ah. It's nice that you can hide here. Yeah, I gotta remember to save. Always remember to save. Don't want to lose. Sometimes I talk and I get, like, forget about stuff. And I'm like, oh, I haven't saved in 2 hours. Wanted to talk about Jekyll and Glenn again today. I've kind of stopped watching her videos. Last week I was saying, like, I've been watching so many of her videos just because they're, like, on recommended, and I'm like, what else am I gonna watch while I'm doing my dishes? So I've been watching. I stopped though. And I used to watch this Hasanabi guy, and they both said the same thing, which I don't agree with, and I want to talk about. They feel like this moral imperative to take down, to like humiliate, to be mean, basically, to these people who are saying things that they don't agree with. They're like, well, if you're saying hurtful things, then I can say hurtful things about you, and I can be like kind of rude to you and mean to you. The Hasanabi guy is a little bit meaner than the girl, but they're still both said the same thing. I already kind of talked about it with Rush Limbaugh. Probably stealing this from somebody else, but it does feel like hate is like a virus that spreads, right? So the people that are being mean, that Hasanabi is reacting to, they're being mean, and then their meanness is spreading to Hasanabi, and then he's being mean, and then his meanness will spread to somebody else who's like a conservative who has a YouTube channel who's watching him, and then they'll make a reaction video to him and being like, oh, Hasanabi's so stupid, didn't he think about this? And then it just, all it has to do is find one person. That's why hate can spread like that, because all it has to do is find one person, and it can keep spreading. So you have to be the person who stops it, right? By being like, don't say anything? I don't know. You gotta say something, but you just don't gotta be mean about it. Like these Christian, like the God is Gray girl does a better job of just trying to be, I mean, she's not perfect, obviously, but she does a better job of not being mean. Because they both, God is Gray and Jacqueline Glenn, they both review the same videos, like these Christian vlog videos or whatever, who say kind of like stupid stuff. But God is Gray does it nicer. And she stops, like, you don't, it's bad to be hurtful, it's bad to be mean. I feel like I'm saying, like, you're supposed to learn this when you're 3 years old, but people still do it. They're still mean. Have I ever been mean? I don't know. In this channel. I remember I was mean once and I didn't post the video. It was a Mario Galaxy episode, but I was mean about somebody on, like, I saw a tweet that I didn't like, and I was mean about that. I was like, this is too mean, so I didn't post it. It's just hypocritical. That's what I said about Rush Limbaugh. Like, he deserves for someone to be mean to him, but I don't want that person to be me, because I don't want to be mean, right? Why would you? Because then I'm just doing exactly what he did. You say he deserves it, but he would say the people he's being mean to deserves it too, right? So you're just spreading meanness. So I never want to make, I mean, I never would, but like one of those reaction videos where you're like, wasn't this a stupid thing that this person said? That's all Jacqueline Glenn does. She watches a video and then she's like, this is dumb, isn't this dumb? And after a while, like, it's, sometimes you watch a video and you're like, this is stupid and I want to see someone take him down. But then after a while you're like, but you're not really adding anything. I feel like I've talked about this like last week. Is punching down. The thing that, so another factor, the one exception I think to this rule that I've made my special rule that nobody else knows. Don't be mean. Politicians. You're supposed to be mean to politicians, I feel like. I mean, I'm still never gonna do it, but I'm okay when other people do it, because I'm like, that's like part of their job is to get yelled at by the constituents. And it's part of the job description. Like, you go to town halls and people yell at you like, you're stupid and why didn't you do this right? I feel like that's like a healthy part of democracy. I still would never do it. Like, if I ever even went to a town hall, I would try to be like nicer about it, but hopefully I don't get too lost in this game. I did just play it like a couple years ago, so I should know where to go. Being mean to politicians is okay. That's why the Hasanabi guy, that's usually what he does. He like yells at like, oh, Marco Rubio's stupid. So that's kind of okay. But the Jacqueline Glenn girl was being mean to these like Christian YouTubers who had like 100,000 subscribers. And that's like punching down. It feels wrong, and also it's not very likable for you to do that. To be like punching down. And I don't think it accomplishes the goal that she wants for people to not listen. First of all, she has more subscribers, so more people are going to watch the video now that she's talked about it. Right? If you didn't mention it, then people wouldn't view it. And she's like, oh, I'm trying to reach the people in the middle. But like, I'm a person in the middle, and when I watch that video, I agree with Jacqueline Glenn, but I'm like, I don't like you because you're being mean. I want to agree with the underdog. Like, you're punching down. I want them to win. If I'm rooting for somebody, I want the underdog to win. The person with the less subscribers, and you're just kind of being nice and talking about their own thing, and you're like yelling at them and being mean. You're stupid. Why'd you say that? Why'd you think that was okay to say? Like, I don't mind when people say this, but when they say this, that really gets me upset. She says that a lot. She's like, you can cook and clean in your house if you want, but when you tell other, I mean, I agree with that, but the way she is like framing it like this, punching down, I'm like, I don't want to agree with you. She really goes after this one channel called Girl Defined, and they have 100,000 subscribers, and Jacqueline Glenn's got like 2 million or whatever, and she's constantly watching their videos and being like, oh, they're so stupid, and she gets millions of views off of them. I don't like it. Stick to politics. Is that it for today? I guess that's it. I'm moving and grooving through this game. There are a couple parts of this game that I just always get stuck in. Every time I have to look up the walkthrough to figure it out. But I don't think I'm going to reach one this week, but maybe next week. This game isn't very long too, so I should be able to beat it quick. I like this game. Do you like this game? Like, comment, and subscribe if you like this game. Okay, see you tomorrow. I feel like I'm not doing good today. I'm not being, like, animated. Oh, wow. I feel like I'm too sedate. I had my Dr. Pepper. I got a bad pimple here, don't look at it. Every week I get a new one. Oh. This one is like really red. Looks gross. And I got one over here. The one up here went away. That's good. But then I got a new one down here. So, always a new one to worry about. See you tomorrow.